Oh my gosh, I just woke up and yeah. This is what I look like when I wake up. Look at my hair, it's so sick. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I literally just got up and I was just like, damn, I need this video before I forget. Just as a disclaimer, like, you don't have to, dude, don't believe anything I tell you, you know? In fact, don't believe anything anyone tells you. Unless it feels right for you. I don't know how else to say that. You know? Like for me, I've always questioned anything anyone told me. And it's weird. I don't know, like some people are like, oh, you're so skeptical, and like that was a bad thing. And it's just like, what, like, don't you question things? Like, don't you like ask questions? And if you don't, ooh, it's questionable. That means you just believe everything anyone tells you, right? Oh, yeah, that's what I look like, guys. No makeup. I don't give a fuck. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. I don't know, like for me, it's weird. I know, like, we live in a world that really puts a lot of, I want to say, weight on knowledge and wisdom. Wait, what am I trying to say? Do they get you to, like, I don't know, logic your way through everything? Dude, some things are not, you can't logic, your heart doesn't brain through things, it feels through things. Does that make sense? By the way, it's weird. When I woke up this morning, I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel this sometimes when you wake up. I feel like I went through a battle, guys. Like, I woke up, my body was just, oh my god. Like, I just feel like I went through a fucking battle. Like, in a different dimension. I just feel like, worn down. You know, seriously. Which is what this freaking video is going to be about. It's going to be about, dreams. There's this saying that I really enjoy. It's called, let me go. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. Let me pause this real quick. Got it. Grabbed it. So the quote that I really enjoy is by Edgar Allan Poe. And he says, all that we see or seen is but a dream within a dream. All that we see or seen is but a dream within a dream. Absolutely. I feel that. I feel like this is a fucking dream. But then also when you go to sleep, I feel like, I don't know, like, how do I spin this video together? How do I weave the words to create this story that creates this video? Because that's all it is, guys. It's all stories. You know, and you believe your reality consists of whatever story line you want to believe. Period. And that's why, like, literally in other videos I've stated that I've kind of like tuned out of like everything. I've tuned out of news, politics, religion, I don't know, to some degree cultural like beliefs, I don't know, societal systems, constructs. It's all somebody else's story. They want, even like your family or your friends, they're trying to make you believe a story. And it may not be like in your best interest to believe or follow such storylines. You know? And where am I going with this? Dreams. So I've come across many people who like tell me they have like really vivid dreams, and they dream often. They dream like daily pretty much, and they every time they wake up they remember their dreams. And I'm like, I don't remember my dreams. In fact, I rarely remember my dreams. And a lot of them look at me with a look of like they're dumbfounded. They're just like, what? You don't remember your dreams? And they just almost look like so surprised. Like they're so surprised that I don't remember my dreams. It almost makes me feel like judged in a way, you know. And yeah, and then I started questioning, like, oh, like, what am I missing out on? Like, why don't I remember my dreams? And being the curious cat that I am, I'm just like, you know what? I wanna understand why I don't remember my dreams and why I'm getting such strange reactions. Even from like my acupuncturist, who I deem to be, I want to say, advanced spiritually. I feel like my acupuncturist is advanced spiritually. He's the like one of the few people that I have met in life that is, I feel, is like, you know. And when he met me, I was like a neophyte. I didn't even like take a step on the path. And you know, I've been seeing him for over a decade, and he has transmitted like very profound wisdom and knowledge to me, and which I'm so grateful for. Like, he planted the seeds that were necessary for me to like be who I am today. But anyways, yeah, going back to dreams and not remembering them, I was like, how come I can't remember my dreams? I remember a lot of like my daydreams, and that's why I have a tendency to nap. And literally that term daydream, yeah, I am definitely a daydreamer. Like, if I nap during the daytime, I have the likelihood of me remembering my dreams before I wake up is much higher. But when I go to sleep at night, dude, I barely remember my dreams. The few that I have remembered were either horrific or astounding. And what I mean by astounding was like revelatory. You know, it's almost like I remember those dreams till today. The few dreams that I've had, you know. But what I mean by revelatory is, I might have mentioned this in another video. Like I said, I barely remember my dreams at night. And yeah, there's like two that I remember profoundly. Like, I can still see them very clearly in my mind's eye. One of them was I was being initiated. It was almost like Native American-ish vibe, or maybe even like Mayan or Aztec. I don't know, some kind of like tribe. And they had like this big bonfire going, and then they had like these three. Is it a steeple? I don't know what you call those. Like, all I know is they were like these like huge poles, like from ground, and it went all the way up into the sky, as farther than the eye could see. And I don't know, like me and like maybe 3 or 4 initiates were like tasked to climb these poles so that we could, like, I don't know. It was almost like a initiation rite. There was like really heavy drumming, like really heavy, I don't know, like the vibe was really intense, you know, drumming and the fire going, you know. Anyways, so me and the initiates, you know, we get prompted to climb these poles. I can't even, they kind of remind me of like those old school like power line poles, you know, like they would use like a, I don't know, like a tree stump that was very, very long. Whatever. I don't know how to explain it. And then yeah, they were just erected into the sky, and it went far beyond the eye. You know, like if you looked up, you couldn't really see where it ended. But anyway, so we get prompted to climb these logs that went into the sky, and we all start going like full blast, like just going like super fast up these logs. And I finally get to the top, and you know, granted, like the stump is probably about this wide, like maybe a foot, and so you know, naturally when you get to the top and you stand on it, you're feeling a little like, oh, like this is scary, you know, because if I fall, I could plummet to my death, you know. And I remember just being in profound fear. Like, what do I do? What do I do now? I've gotten to the top. Like, what do you want me to do now? And I can only like attribute that to like asking, I don't know, the divine or the Most High for like guidance, you know, listening to my inner voice as to like what is the next step that I need to take. And it's said to trust, and I was like, trust, and they're like, relinquish all fear, you know, like, and trust. And so I remember like transmuting the fear that I had while standing on that pole in the sky. And at this point, everything looked like, you know, little dots on the earth. I was so high. You know, I don't even know what happened to the other initiates, because I was like fully concentrated on my experience at that point. And then I was just like, okay, like, you know, what do I do now? And then, you know, I allowed myself to receive like I don't know, guidance, wisdom, revelation, and I was told to just be peaceful and to trust. And then I remember, yes, I got all the fear that I was feeling, and I started like transmuting that, or even like releasing that, so I could create space for peace and courage. Yes, peace and courage. And at that point, like, my eyes were closed and I had my arms out like this and my chest open. That's what I remember, my chest being so open, like my heart being open and trusting. Because, you know, logically this made no sense, right? It's like, if you try to logic anything, the brain will try to like constrict and constrain and like keep something structured in a box. You know what I mean? But if the heart knows, it's a different kind of knowing though, you know, it just feels. It doesn't make sense, but it's what's right, you know, it's what's true for you. So anyways, yes, so my arms open out, my chest was out, my eyes closed, and then I literally just, boom, I leaped off the fucking pole. Like, down to what my brain would perceive to be my death, right? And I just trusted, and as I was falling, like, at first it was really quick, and then afterwards, right before I hit the ground, I started like floating, like it almost like, it went from like very fast to like a softness, to a calmness, to a float, to just my feet like landing on the ground. You know, the others, at this point, the other initiates, some of them plummeted to their death. That was a dream, guys. I know that's not funny, but I assume they did not get the revelation, they did not trust, and they were in their mind. Kind of reminds me of Neo from the Matrix, hey? Now that I think about it. But I was initiated. Yeah, in my dream. The other dream that was super profound. I know this video is going on so long, but I'm just gonna go with it because there's a point that I want to get. And maybe through this dream that I am passing on to you, maybe you need to hear it. You know, maybe you need to hear it. Maybe there's a message in that dream for you. Maybe you're going through something right now and you need this message. You know? The other dream, I was standing on a platform. I know what's up with these platforms, right? I was standing on a platform. I was dressed in white. I was dressed in like, it almost looked like a white caftan dress, kind of, sort of, kind of loose, kind of Middle Eastern feel to it. And I was facing 3 people sitting on 3 thrones that were dressed all in gold with gold crowns. Everything looked like it was like the atmosphere, everything was very celestial. A lot of like white marble. Like the thrones were made of very simple white marble. Like it looked like a fucking like a couch, but it was marble. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a simple square like couch that somebody sits on. But it was like literally white marble, and they were draped in gold gowns with gold crowns. 3 people. And I was facing them, and they basically were having like telepathic communication with me, you know, and they were like asking me like, hey, like we weren't talking. We were like transmitting like telepathically communication, just looking at each other. But sorry, I think like eye contact is so fucking like, eye contact is so much more potent than the word. You know how they say the eyes are the window to the soul. Like there's so much that can be transmitted through the eyes. Even with animals don't like speak our language, but you can certainly like see like with our eyes, you know, like what they're feeling, what they're thinking. And the eye contact to me is just like makes things so much more profound. You can see so much more in the eye. But anyways, yeah, so that's how I was connecting with these people on these thrones with their golden garments and crowns. But they basically were asking me like to make a choice, and the choice was to either like move to the space off of the platform behind them. Behind them was this huge staircase that was shaped like a helix, going again up into the sky, so far up that I could not see. You know, and it's interesting because on each stair there was a person in a gold gown with a gold crown, like as far as the eye could see. And basically there was one step like on the bottom that was open for me to like step on, but they said I had to make a choice. Did I want to go up this spiral staircase shaped like a DNA and with these people dressed in gold with their golden crowns, or did I want to, and if I turned around like and faced my back to the thrones and the helix staircase, if I turned my back to that, there was a fucking huge portal. It was kind of shaped like this, honestly. Just pretend like pretend this isn't there, but it's a portal, and this is the platform, and I'm standing on the platform, and I just think of it like and I'm like maybe as big as that ash. You know, and I'm standing on this platform, and I can, you know, when I face this way, it's like I see the portal, you know, it's just like this huge open circle, obviously energetic in matter, you know, like there's no solidity to it. It's the only thing solid, honestly, is the white granite, like concrete, and this platform thing, and like the ring is made of, yeah, like white, like this thing white. You know. But anyways, there's an energetic portal, and they're like, choose. And at that point, I was just like, oh man, I don't know though. I don't know if, like, I don't know. What was being presented to me in that dream was I could either return back to Earth by like jumping off of this this little like springboard thing. I could jump back into the earthly dimension by going through that portal. Again, I don't know, it's like a leap of faith, guys. Or I could like ascend on this fucking helix shaped DNA staircase with other, like, other people, whatever. And I told them, hey, I don't know. Like, at this point in my life, I don't know. I haven't decided. And can I let you know later on? You know? And they said yes. Like, there's no rush. There's no pressure. You can decide, like, before it's time for me to exit this human casing. You know, it's like, where is the energy? Whatever. Am I making sense? Oh my god, this video is going on so fucking long. Yeah. And that was the second dream. And they also told me, oh man. Yeah, the most important thing about that dream was they said that I get to choose. I get to choose. You know? I think a lot of people don't realize that they get to choose. And that's why dude, they feel like life fucks them over. But it's like their choices, what they're choosing is what's doing it, you know? That's why, oh, you know what just came to me, just talking about that dream just now? So, you know when you die, like a lot of people say, like, they see like a light and you're supposed to walk towards that light. I feel like that is one of many possibilities. Choosing that light. I think the light is jumping back into the portal, dude. I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna go in the opposite direction of the light, guys. And I don't think, I mean, some people get stuck in purgatory, like they get stuck in like spirit in their energetic body, but still on the earth plane. That's something different. You know, like ghosts, or like, you seen that movie with Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense, like that? Yeah, I think some people get stuck and they can't tell, like, oh, am I still here or not? You know, because they have like unresolved issues. But for me, I'm not gonna go towards the light, guys. I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. I mean, they're just, I mean, again, stories. They're telling you, oh, go towards the light. And I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna go towards the light, guys. I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go, I'm gonna ascend that staircase. I don't wanna come back. Anyways, because we get to choose. And in other videos, I have said that we choose our body, we choose the place of birth, we choose our parents, we choose our circumstances, all so we can attain and gain the necessary experiences to activate and unlock certain dimensions of the self. You know? You need access. You need to activate it. You know, it's not just going to be given to you. Unless you have, like, really, like, pure karma. I feel like those people, like, advance really quickly. But if you don't have pure karma, it's gonna, you gotta work. Work. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. So, going back to I know, this is long. I'm gonna probably put timestamps, honestly. Because I don't know how many of you guys actually, like, listen to these rambles. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see, starting at 24 minutes. People who don't remember their dreams, I've kind of researched it a little bit, and obviously when I'm on mine, I use discernment. It's weird. I can't explain it logically. It's not a logical thing, guys. It's a feeling. It's a vibe. You know, and I can tell when something is just absolute bullshit. I can tell when something is more accurate, something is more closer to the truth. You know, it's just a feeling. It's a feeling, guys. People don't understand. People who are like stuck in their brain just don't understand what I mean by that. Dude, listen to your feelings. They just don't know. And then when I ask them, like, how are they feeling, they're like, I don't know. I'm like, you're so blocked off to yourself, you know, because you have the physical body, you have the energetic body. If you can't even like feel your own bodies, like, you won't know. You're basically entrapped in a system you know, social system. Maybe even like, I don't know, it probably goes deeper than that, honestly. I don't want to get into that right now. Let's talk about dreams. You don't remember your dreams because they're being gate kept by darker entities. So supposedly, yeah, let's break that down. So supposedly, like, if you read, like, I don't know, sorry, I don't want to make assumptions. I feel like God, in holy books, they say God speaks to you through dreams, you know? And if you can't remember your dreams, they're probably being gate kept by, like, darker entities. You know, they don't want you to receive the messages, so they block it. And that's what I believe is happening to me. And then I asked myself, like, but why? Why are they being gate kept? You know? I think because there are dreams that I've had about certain people in my life that were not good for me. And there's a couple of dreams that got through. And let me tell you, they were true. They were true. The person that I was socializing with at that time had questionable character defaults. And I was allowing myself to have the wool pulled over my eyes, you know, because of the love that I felt. And we all do this. It's a lesson that we need to learn. But yeah, my dreams are being gate kept to prevent me from, I think, seeing things very clearly. Because I think if I saw things, I don't know, like, I feel like depending on the individual, the mind can only process so much at a time. If you receive too much downloads or information too quickly, it could probably overload your system. And if you're not made to, like, take those kind of hits, that's how people end up going crazy, you know? I mean, I think spiritually inclined people already are looked at like we're crazy. But, I mean, to the point where you probably wouldn't be able to control, like, or handle being in the world. And the only reason I know this is because there were several things that happened to me throughout life that made me get a taste of that. Yeah. Through the dreams, like, God or that frequency will, like, download, like, wisdom, information, you know, revelations, prophetic messages, you know. And if you're not supposed to get it, then you're not going to get it, you know. So it could be like dark entities gatekeeping, or it could just be that, you know, you aren't meant to receive that message, because it would totally alter the way you perceive reality, and it would totally alter the way you're able to function in the world, you know. And honestly, this is weird, and I've had this conversation with a good friend of mine, like, just one fucking good friend, and here I am telling you on YouTube. I'm, like, so hypersensitive. I can't do prescription drugs, which is a blessing, right? Because we all know that prescription drugs are a numbing agent to prevent you from accessing all the different aspects of yourself, you know. I'm allergic to alcohol. Ned, hi. I hear you, buddy. Meow. He's trying to get my attention so bad. I'm also, like, I can't do, like, marijuana. I can't do the marijuana, dude. I'm just hypersensitive to, like people need to do plant medicine to, like, access shit, dude. I'm a fucking I told my friend I feel like I can't take these things because I'm already like super fucking sensitive right now. Like I don't need to like open up more channels. I'm like living. I know, like, dude, when I'm like walking, I don't know. I've mentioned this in other videos. I feel like a lot of times when I am awake in my body, like right now, it feels like a dream to me. Like I am aware that this is a fucking dream. You know, and I don't need plant medicine. I don't need numbing agents. I just need to be profoundly present and here and experience this. You know? Like for me, like this is a fucking dream. You know, I don't need to go to sleep per se to get the dreams. I mean, when I go to sleep, yeah, I give my systems rest. And, you know, the messages that I am meant to receive come through when they need to, which is very rare. But when I'm awake, my eyes are open here now. I want to say 70 to 80% of the time, I feel like I'm in a dream. So this is, like, I don't need any fucking, like, other chemicals to reach these states that people are trying so hard to reach. Does that make sense? I don't know. This is probably the longest video I ever made. 31 minutes. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Like I said, I just woke up, so I'm feeling even. It's weird, dude. You know, sometimes when you wake up. Okay, so sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, how do I explain this? Sometimes there's some days when I wake up and I'll just be like super revitalized, like bam, like just ready to like get it, you know, get life. You know what I'm saying? Like swim in it. And then there's other days where like I will wake up and I feel well rested and I still allow myself to lie in the bed, you know, and just kind of like peacefully just like get up. Like I don't rush to get dressed. I don't rush to like, you know, go to the restroom. I just kind of like enjoy my body just lying in the bed, and I just kind of close my eyes when I'm still awake, and I'm just allow myself to be super present and super aware and just relish, you know, the sounds or the air or like the feeling of lying in the bed, you know. And then there's other times, like today, I woke up, I felt like I fucking woke up from a fucking spiritual battle. Like, I probably was in another dimension spiritually, like, battling it out, because my whole body, I feel like I got hit by a freight train, you know? But it was probably because I was doing some crazy shit in some other dimension, honestly. Or like I also attribute that to like there's a lot of like upgrades happening in the physical and energetic bodies, you know, and there's a lot of like surgical things that are being rearranged energetically, and so that's why you feel like that. But you don't have to believe me. Dude, don't trust anyone, trust yourself, you know. I mean, obviously, like, everyone around you is you, you know, but, and they're all messengers to remind you of things that you should, consider or not even do, not even participate in. That's what I do. Like, sometimes, like, I'll just watch other people and I learn vicariously through them. Like, they made some really unwise choices and I saw the repercussions of that, and I just go, oh, thank you. Thank you for experiencing that for me, you know? And then there's others where, you know, other moments where like, I don't know, there's angles I haven't considered, but I'll come across these people who will like, present an angle to me that is totally off the block. And I'm like so grateful. I'm like, holy shit, thank you for teaching me something new. Thank you for helping me to unlock another angle that I wouldn't have considered if I hadn't encountered you, you know? Because, like, yeah, you can do, like, a lot of inner work yourself, but I feel like on a exoteric level, like, everyone is you. So it's, like, you can learn so much just by, like, watching other people or by interacting with them. You know, and sometimes that's the only way you can activate certain aspects of yourself is by going out in the external. You know, the reason I make a lot of videos talking about do the internal work is because too much people are in the external, you know. But it's like once you like you know, like master yourself to a degree, and you know, you get your inside right and aligned and grounded, and you know who you are, then you can go into the external world and you can like gather more information just through observation, you know, or through interactions. That's why people are afraid of like being around people. But it's like, dude, once you get like you do the inner work, you know, and you transmute pain into power, and you call your energy back, you're aware of your own vibe, you ground that, you're super aligned, you're hyper aware of yourself, you're not needing anyone else to validate you, you don't need anything outside of you to like, I don't know, like regulate your system, you know, you don't need that, dude. Then you can like go out in the world, and that's when the fun starts. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even fucking bother you. It's not even a thing. You know, like external events won't even phase you at that point. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I still have moments, but I want to say like 80 to 90% of the time I'm like super unfazed. I'm in the world, but not of it. Anyways, dude, thank you for like, bruh, if you like got to the end of this video, I like commend you. You're like, because nowadays people's like attention spans are like shot, guys. Like some people like, dude, their attention span is shot. Like all that fucking like scrolling, like I can only like keep my attention on something for like a few seconds at a time, and then I need it, the next dopamine hit. Those are the real zombies of the world, honestly. Think about it. They can't even think on their own. They can't even face themselves. You know, they fucking, I'm not gonna lie, they fucking hate themselves, so they have to constantly distract. Get a hit, dopamine hit. Because they can't regulate their nervous system. I'm not judging anyone. If that's where you're at, that's where you're at. But just be aware, man. Just be aware. And if you like living like that life, then shit, keep on keeping on, dude. But if you don't, then I mean, we need to take accountability for our decisions and what we choose to participate in. And it's not good for us. Like, I know this isn't good for me, but I'm not gonna fight. I noticed that. You notice, like, you know what? Hell, let's just keep on going. You notice whenever you have an addiction, when you hyperfixate on that addiction, and you realize that it is hindering your wellness, you notice that there's this internal fight, like, because you know it's in your best interest to stop the addictive habit, but there's a part of you that still is dependent on it. And so there's this war going on. You're creating this war in you, right? Like, oh, like, that's why I just go with it. It's like, I realize this is an addictive agent. I realize I participate in it. I realize that it's not good for me. And then I'm just like, okay, I realize that, but I'm not gonna like force myself to stop it. I'm gonna allow it to naturally, you know what I mean, like filter out of my system. So I used to like do this, like, dude, I would hit this like excessively, and now I can temper it, you know. So that's how I know I'm making progress. Like, I'm slowly releasing the habit, but it's not a fight. It's almost like an acceptance and a grace, you know. And then eventually, like, things will like filter out on its own. It's like the ocean or the river. You don't force the river to flow a certain way, or to like, you know, like, I don't know, or like to flow. Like, you don't control the flow of it, you know. You just go, You allow the flow. Same with the addictive habits, guys. But a lot of people, they can't even pinpoint their addictions or their habits, or they haven't even acknowledged it, or they haven't even taken accountability and tried to understand why they have that addiction in the first place. You know, they haven't even taken a step on like weaning themselves off. So that's why, like, that's where it's just like, oh, you know, me, I'm like hyper aware. I'm aware I have an addictive habit. I'm aware what it does to my system, and eventually I know that I will no longer be dependent on it. But for now, I'm just going to be okay with that, you know. And that's why I don't crucify people. That's why people in the comments, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm just like, okay. Like people who are like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop. If you learned something from this video, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have the most blessed day ever. Everything is just food for thought, you know? Food for thought. Tomato, tomato. Stay blessed. Blessings to one and all. Amen.